There we are. Let me start that bit again. So yeah, this training today, this short 15 minute session, it stems back from a poll that I did about probably about a month ago now, asking you all, what do you need most in your business? What is going to help you the most? And the responses that came out of it was NLP, email, and growing your authority. So I did something on authority last week. I've also been sharing my ebook around to how to build your online authority as a coach. If you want access to that, just drop me a message, DM me, and I will get you on. We've done the NLP. So we did that a few weeks ago this time. So that was great. Thanks, Chris, for your support on that one. And then today, this is all about why you should be using email as a coach. And if you're not, then you are missing out in a massive trick. So guys, if you watched it live, hashtag live, drop me a comment in, let me know you are there. If you watch it on the replay, still absolutely fine. And just drop a hashtag replay and I will happily respond to any questions or feedback that you have got as soon as I possibly can. So I can see this view online. So thank you very much for joining me. Peter, you're here. Glad you've got to make it. Okay. So email. Email is a massive tool that you should be using in your marketing armament. And if you're not, then you're missing a huge trick. So many people, coaches and business owners all over the world are underestimating the actual power of email. And it's quite scary. Now, I think from the people I know, the clients I work with, a lot of it came around from European law and when GDPR came out. So there was so much fear and hype around GDPR. So many people did two things. They either deleted their lists because that's what they were told to do, because no one really knew how badly it was going to affect them, which was really, really scary. And so many consultants made so much money out of consulting and putting this fear of Christ in people. So people deleted their email list. People had thousands and thousands of email lists that they've been collecting quite proudly for years and years and years, and they just deleted them, which is just absolutely criminal. Or the other thing that people did is they just hid it and just stopped doing anything about it. They thought they would sit on their emails for now and wait and see what happens. And then the reality is the majority of those people never came back and did anything with their emails. So there are actually not that many people still using email, and it's obviously a massive opportunity for you. So the other thing I want to say, and I did doing some research on this, GDPR, I was trying to remember, was GDPR, when was it rolled out in European law? Was it 2 years ago? Was it 3 years ago? I couldn't actually remember. So we're in 2023 now. GDPR was actually in 2016. So what's that, 7 years ago? And we're still talking about it now. I just say, if you're unaware what GDPR is, it affects anyone in the European Union, including the UK. And to me, it resolves in everything. In my ethos, the way that I work with people is treat people the way you want to be treated yourself. If you wouldn't want a certain treatment done to you, then don't do it to other people as well. I can recommend you go and have a look at GDPR and just get yourself an understanding of what it's about. But basically, if you are selling B2B, if you're selling to businesses, you treat your email differently to if you're selling to consumers. So if you are selling to end users, and you do need to be aware of the GDPR rules, and just that's the caveat I'll say. I'm not an expert on it, but I just think you should go and get yourself familiarized with the law. But it's not as difficult as people say. And if you treat common sense and treat people as you want to be treated yourself, you won't be too far off the mark. So what I came up for today is this very, very short session. It's only going to be 10, max 15 minutes. I promise you, I shan't be boring you for too long. I've also got something for those of you who are watching till the end. So if you're watching till the end, I've got a little giveaway for you, which you want to see. So bear with me. So I've come up with a list of 12 reasons why coaches must be using email to grow their business. So simple as that. We're all coaches in this community, and it's a great community, by the way. So thank you for being part of my community. But we want to grow our businesses. So I want you to make sure that email is part of that process. So reason number one is you can reach a wide audience. We all want to get in front of as many people as we possibly can to explain exactly the value we can offer and how we can change those people's lives. Well, email is one of those things that will help you get in front of a wider audience. You want to be collecting email addresses from everyone you speak to, everyone you meet with, because that way you can help, you can inform them, you can pass your knowledge on. But your email will allow you to reach a large audience with just one click of a button. It's also a cost-effective way to promote your business. Most of the time, you are not going to be paying anything for your email. So obviously your only investment is your time. I get it. That is important. But there are some great systems out there. So I tend to recommend products like MailerLite, which is MailerLite. MailerLite is a really good system, or I am switching over and I'm starting to use System.io more, which is SYSTEME.io. I have got referral links for both solutions. I will happily drop them in the comments when I've finished here. I think both of them are very, very good. I think they're very, very easy to use. They're not the biggest platforms out there, but I think the biggest ones have got their disadvantages. But it comes down to personal preference, what you prefer. So MailerLite or System.io are both the ones that I recommend to all my clients, and both are free versions to start and will do a decent job to help you build your email if you start from zero. And also when you have got some email addresses and people and some data there to help you to segment your data, which I'm going to talk about in a later point. So that's number one, reach a wide audience. Guys, just a reminder, I can see there's a few of you on here. It's good to see you. Just drop me in a quick hashtag live or hashtag replay if you watch it later. And don't be scared to ask me any questions. I am watching it on two screens while I keep flicking my head from side to side so I can see it. And I can interact with you as much as I possibly can. So number one was reach a wide audience. Get my words out. I need some more coffee. Number two is build relationships. Anyone who has been following me for a while will know that's everything that it is about. It's about building relationships with your clients, other coaches, your network, your future clients. You want to be building relationships all day long. So email is going to help you with the opportunity to build relationships with your subscribers. And by sending out regular emails, you can establish trust and credibility with your audience. You often are going to struggle to see many signs of this at the beginning, but what I say to everyone, what I say to my clients is trust the process. Know that it's happening. And you may not get many opens or click-throughs or anything like that on your emails. So the first thing is I would say to people is just trust the process. Don't be paranoid about looking at analysis paralysis and checking your reports minute by minute, because it's just not worth your time. Just the mere fact of you sending that email out is the important thing there. But what you'll start to see in quite quick, very short period of time, you'll start to see people popping up and consuming more of your stuff. They may be liking your content online, attending your events and this kind of stuff, following you as well. So you will see that you are building relationships quite quickly. And that was number two, building relationships. So point number three is you stay top of mind. You want to be consistent in your communication, and using email for this will help you stay top of mind with your audience. This way, when someone out there needs coaching or they want to change the coach they've currently got, they will think of you first. You know yourself, you are busy. We are all busy. The world is crazily busy these days. And unless you keep on reminding people who you are and how you can help them, you are going to be forgotten. Don't take it personally. That is just what it's about. So point number three was stay top of mind. So moving on to number four, target messaging. You always want to be targeting what you're doing. You don't want to be speaking to the masses, because if you, as the old saying goes, if you're trying to talk to everyone, you end up talking to no one. So again, email can help you with targeted messaging. So your email marketing will allow you to segment your audience and will help you to send targeted messages to specific groups. This will ensure that the right message is reaching the right people. The very least I recommend my clients is that they have at the very least two groups of people in their data. They have their current clients and they have their prospects. So to me, a prospect is someone they've never dealt with, as someone who's interested in their services, whereas a client may be it's someone who's spending money with them or has invested with them. So that's the very minimum I expect anyone who's working with me to do, is to have those two, because the reason being, the same message I send to my clients isn't going to be the same message I send to my prospects. I want it to be very, very different. And also my clients know who I am. They've already invested in me. They've invested in themselves. They know exactly who I am. So it's a very, very different messaging. So I want you to think about your target messaging, which is point number four. Point number five is personalization. So with your email, you can personalize your message by addressing the subscribers by their name, and you can also tailor the content to their interests and needs. It is not difficult to do. You can have it so you can say, "Dear Rich," "Hi Rich," whatever you want to do. You can make it as personal or as impersonal as you possibly can. There are lots of different thoughts and trains of mind and schools of thought about what is the best way to do this, but the flexibility and the function is there for you. And again, it's not difficult to do. I can help you, or you can go, all of these platforms have their own training. There's loads of stuff on YouTube about how to do it as well. So that was step number 5, is about using personalization. Number 6, we've mentioned this already, but point number 6 is it is cost effective. Email marketing is one of the most cost-effective ways to reach your target audience. It requires minimum investment from you and can yield great returns. Always good start free. I always tell people to not invest where they don't need to at the very, very beginning. And as you get more money, then it's always good to invest. And maybe, if you use a MailerLite, you go for the next version, which means you can turn off the MailerLite buttons and things off your emails. And there's certain other functionality will turn on for you. And exactly the same with System IO. I always will recommend, if you're not going to spend lots of money on your email marketing, but you have got a little bit of money, it's always great to hire a copywriter. A copywriter will allow that's their craft. They're going to be better at writing than you. If you're a copywriter, then fair play to you. But if you're a coach, you want to focus on what you're good at and hire a copywriter so they can do what they're good at. And that's a really, really great support and will help you end. And it's something I use from time to time. And it's a great investment because you invest that time, that bit of money with that copyright and that support. And then you've got emails that you can use time and time again. So it's just very, very powerful. There's obviously a lot of hype around ChatGPT right now, and you can use ChatGPT to write your emails. But one thing I would say to you is there is a danger of using AI that it can leave your readers feeling really, really cold, and it just lacks of your personality. And you always want to get your personality across with people. So just be careful. I would always recommend you hire a copywriter over at ChatGPT. So that's number 6, cost effective. Also, if you want some copywriters, I'm connected with some really amazing ones out there as well. So drop me a message and I'll happily introduce you. So that was point number 6. It is cost effective. So just a quick recap. We're halfway through. So number 1 was reach a wide audience. Number 2 was build relationships. Number 3 was stay top of mind. Number 4 was targeted messaging. Number 5 is personalization. And number 6 was cost effective. So moving on to the second half now of my 12 points, my 12 reasons why coaches must be using email marketing is number 7 is it's trackable. So with your email, you can track your campaigns and see how many people have opened the email, how many people have clicked a link, and more. There's so much more you can go into the more you're using it. You then use that data to do something with. It's not just there to make you feel good that, yes, 25% of your audience opened your email. What you want to do is to start to track what topics, what themes are your audience interacting with more and replicate it. So if something's working well, then just do more of that. Yes, it's really, really obvious. I know that people don't think about it. So yes, and again, I've already mentioned analysis paralysis. You don't have to be sat tracking every freaking report the minute you sent an email out, because if you're anything like me, I tend to read emails not that frequently. So it may take a week, 5 days, 7 days for you to get a full report on what's happened from them. But I would say is probably once a month is go through and look at the reports on your email activity, what's been working, what do you need to do more of, what do you need to change that maybe get better results from in the future. That's number 7, and that is trackable. Number 8 is automation. We all have a bit of automation. We're all really busy. I've mentioned that already. And if you can get more done for you can save some time, then email automation is the thing for you. So you can save massive amounts of time by sending pre-written emails to your subscribers based on their behaviors or the triggers. So for example, if you've got a funnel, you've got a store and people are interacting with you, they're looking at certain things, you can use that as a trigger to send them a specific email. This means that you can focus on all the other things, all the other parts of the business that you're good at. Maybe you want to focus your time on coaching. Absolutely. So automation, the very minimum I tell people to get set up, and it will save you massive amount of time and it will make sure you are compliant with GDPR, is I always recommend all of my clients, they set up a welcome sequence for anyone being added to their email list, because you can use this to introduce yourself, You can tell people what to expect from the future of being on this list. You can also tell them how they can get out of the list and unsubscribe if they don't want to be on the list anymore. And all those things are really, really important. But again, it comes back to one of the first things I said today is treat people as you want to be treated yourself, and you won't be going far wrong. So number 8 was automation. Number 9 is it's easy to share. Email makes it very easy for your subscribers to share your content with their friends, their family, their contacts, which can help to increase your reach and grow your business. It goes without saying, it's always a good thing. The more people who are seeing you, the more people that are in your world, your universe, it's a good thing. So email is so easy for people to forward on and to put in front of the right people. So another great reason, that was number 9, is email is easy to share. So number 10, credibility. Credibility is a massive thing in this day and age, and it's never going to get less and less important. Quick sip of coffee. So email marketing will help you as a coach to establish credibility and your authority in the industry it gives you the power to share your valuable content with your subscribers. Always, always share great value and never be afraid of giving too much free value away. I still laugh at the fact when someone tried to call me out in this group a few weeks ago by saying I give too much value away. I give too much away for free and I should be charging for everything that I'm doing. It doesn't sit comfortably with me. My mission is very much to help as many people as I possibly can. If this quick 15-minute session today, 20-minute session maybe, helps you get your foot off the ground and get your business off the ground for your email marketing, that's what it's all about. So never, ever be afraid of giving too much free value away. Also, another thing to think about is by you giving great value and demonstrating the depth of your knowledge and your experience, it will set you head and shoulders apart from all the bullshit coaches who are out there. And unfortunately, they are very noisy, and those bullshit coaches. And these are the kind of people who've got no experience or no depth. And all they've probably done is just purchased a course once, and it means absolutely nothing to them. And all they're in this industry for is money. And that's, the more we can get those drowned out, the better for everyone else. So number 10 is using email effectively will increase your credibility and also your authority. Number 11, wrapping up nicely, don't you worry, is brand awareness. So consistent email communication can help you increase your brand awareness, your recognition, making your business and, more importantly, you more memorable to your audience. Get in front of people. So those of you who are watching this live, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. No doubt you're probably on my email list, I would hope. If you want to be added to my email list, drop me an email after this, drop me a DM and with your email address, and I'll make sure you start to get our newsletters. You start to see people in more than one way. So you'll see me now as a live, you see my content on these platforms, then you see an email. It's another way of reaching that person and catching them at a different time as well. So it's very, very powerful for your brand awareness. That was number 11. Number 12, the final one you'd be glad to know is call to action. Email marketing allows coaches to include clear and actionable calls to action in their messages. And these could be things like signing up for a free consultation, it could be a free coaching session, it could be purchasing my latest coaching package, MG Momentum. But the one thing I would say to you is don't overuse your call to actions, as you just appear too salesy and too spammy. We all hate being sold to. We all hate being sold at. Don't oversell. Just if you focus on giving loads of great, good value away, then you will catch as many people as you need and you will resonate with your target audience. But that was number 12, is call to action. So just quick recap. Here are the 12 reasons. 1, reach a wide audience. 2, build relationships. 3, you can stay top of mind. 4, target messaging. 5, personalization. 6, it's cost effective. 7, it's trackable. 8, it's the automation element. 9, easy to share. 10, credibility. 11, brand awareness. And 12, your call to action. So just to conclude, wrap this all up, email marketing is such a powerful tool that coaches can use to grow their business. It is so cost effective, a way you can personalize it, and it will give you the ability to build relationships with subscribers that you cannot afford to ignore the benefits of email marketing. So you should be using this as part of your business strategy. And if you want any help, by all means, reach out to me. So I did mention I would be giving something away at this session for anyone who is still with me. And again, this is being recorded. It will sit in the group, and I'll add this as one of the guides later on today. So As I'm sure you're aware, at the end of this month, I am doing a much deeper dive into using email with a brand new webinar, which is called Mastering Email for Coaches. It's 60 minutes. It's happening on Wednesday, the 26th of April. It is at 12 o'clock BST, and it'll be running for about 1 hour. There is a price. The tickets. I will drop a link and how you can book your tickets into this chat, into this session. But basically, I've got it's mastering email for coaches.eventbrite.co.uk. The price of the tickets is £9.97, £9.97, £9.97. Simple as that. It's a one-off fee. But if you use the code LIVE, LIVE, when you create your basket, you'll see on Eventbrite there'll be a box at the top. Type in LIVE, LIVE, and I'm giving away a small number of free tickets. They are allocated on first come, first serve, and the code will disappear tomorrow afternoon. So you've got to take action now. So that's Mastering for Coaches, Wednesday, 26th of April, 12 o'clock BST. And as I say, I am offering you a number of you. So there are some free tickets available now just by using the code LIVE. So it is simple as that. That is it from me. If you want to know any more about emailing, then by all means reach out and I'm happy to have a chat with you. If there are any additional sessions you'd like to see in this group on a weekly basis, let me know. Is there something else that we can do that will help you? Maybe I can go and find an expert out there who can help support me in this. And that's as simple as that. So thank you for your time. I appreciate you all. I am Rich Hunter Rice. Take action now.